Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't see my last video, make sure you go over there and check it out. Basically, I've been reorganizing this aquarium, cleaning it all day yesterday. Let me just put it like that. It's been a big tackle trying to tackle this aquarium, getting this room, it's known as my bat cave, together to accept this big aquarium. And because of that, I let this aquarium go. Now, is that a bad thing? It depends if you're still feeding the heck out of aquarium that you're not maintaining. The downside of it, I let it go and my alkalinity got down to 4.7, as you may have seen or watched my video prior to this one. So to give you a recap, you can go over there and check that out. But to sum it up today, yesterday I did elbow grease on this. Just put tons of elbow grease on this. And getting everything organized, getting everything fragged up, flip the camera around and show you here in just 1 second. Now, I know some people may think that, oh my God, that is really low. It is, because we're used to what people say. 7 and 11, sorry for the camera trying to focus in, is where we like to be. Unfortunately, sometimes things happen in life where you slack on things. So I'm just making videos to document things that even myself is not perfect. Obviously, when you have multiple tanks, it can be overwhelming. And when you doing a lot of travel and you're constantly doing all kinds of things, plus taking care of a household and kids and being soccer dads and moms and all that good stuff, it can happen to any of us. So I'm not exempt from that. So I just want to share this stuff with you. So we're going to be flipping around, taking care of the calcium reactor. Let me just show you what's going on with the aquarium. All right, so here we go. As you guys can see, sorry, there's still some dirt on the glass I gotta, take care of. But yeah, we got corals here that are all fragged up. Here we've been doing a lot of fragging. We still got some that we gotta straighten out. Some pieces that still need to be glued on disc, chopped down to size. Some pieces back there that need some help put on discs as well. Here's the other part of the tank. We did get some stuff glued down on some of these discs so they can continue to grow out. But we have tons of frags. Now, I'm not doing another update on the DKH. I'll do that later. Like I said, I just wanted to show you real quick before we get into the calcium reactor here. Break it down, get it back to where it needs to be. Add new media, stuff like that. Get it all cleaned out, so we can get the alkalinity under control, or DKH, however you want to look at it. I do have this big bouquet of Duncans we got to frag at some point. I have some pieces here, frag here, a couple frags there, but that thing is growing like crazy, like a weed, so we have to get that under control. So let's get to it. Alright everyone, so we got the lid ready to come off, thumb screws are there. Now this thing needs a good cleaning. This is a rubber. I'll tell you what to do with this here in a second. You should always have some kind of lube and re-lube your O-rings. If you don't, BRS or somebody, maybe your local LFS, sells the lubrication for your rings. I like to do that just to keep them in good shape. It's good practice, stuff like that. So you do want to make sure that they're in great shape. If not, you might want to reconsider ordering one. If not, you're going to have a leak. Here's the fun part. Alright, so get some of that in there so we don't make too much of a mess. And that's that. Now, it It's really nasty. So I'm going to take this, rinse it out, get this all cleaned up. This is where it sits and the media goes on top. So we're going to go rinse all this, get this cleaned up, and then we'll come back so we're not dragging out the video too long, put it all back together, and set it back up. Alright, now that we got that all cleaned up, we need to address the O-rings. So O-rings, hopefully you guys can pick that up. You can buy a pack of this. It's just like just a conditioner, just to condition your O-rings, making sure that they're good and let them last longer. Now, I've had this thing for a long time, and I have not yet had a problem with it, should I say. But I also condition it here and there and make sure that I lube it up really good. You don't need a whole lot. Really doesn't take a whole bunch. Just a little bit. Like I said, make sure you get it all around the ring. Get it on there really good. And that's pretty much it. Now seat that back in here. Alright, now that I got this pretty well hooked up, we're going to go ahead and add some media in the reactor. We have Neo Zeo. You can use some of that media. It's a little different. It's for ammonia and stuff like that. For the calcium reactor though, I will be using high magnesium ragonite formula. It is the arms. So we'll go ahead and add that. You should rinse it. I don't, but don't do what I do. So we use some of that, top that off, and then we top it off right here. You guys heard me talk about this. This is Neomag. So this is from Brightwell Aquatics. If you don't know anything about it, good stuff. I've been running this stuff for years in my calcium reactor. So it really helps out and does the job with keeping my magnesium up and all that good stuff. So you should measure it out. I just eyeball it once again. Don't do what I do. Alright? Don't do what I do. So that's it with that. And it's time to button her up. So we're going to button her up real quick and get this thing back on the road. So let's get to it. Let's get it done. Alright, so we got it all hooked up. We got it all plugged in. One thing I didn't mention, it's a good time to take your pH probe and make sure you can calibrate it. Make sure everything is fine with it. Give it a good cleaning. Make sure there's nothing, no detritus or anything, you know, obstructing anything. So it's a good time to go ahead and make sure that's in good working order. So we got it all plugged in. We have a nice stream here. I did bring in a little bit of fresh salt water in a bucket to add to make up for the difference in this, meaning the water is going to be pumped from the sump into the reactor. It's going to fill up, so therefore it's going to drop your sump level down. So make sure you use salt water, not auto top off water, to replenish the water that is being driven into this reactor and so forth. So we'll let that run for a little bit, get all the air out of the lines everywhere before we go ahead and turn that on. So, like I said, we don't have any filter here on this, but the lights have changed. everything is looking great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just want to keep you guys up to date. I apologize again, I didn't do the test kit with the hand checker on the alkalinity. We'll do an update on it and see where it's up to. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and let this stuff run. Let the calcium reactor kick in, replace the battery so I can see exactly what the pH is in the reactor. And it was probably a good thing too if I would have showed you to calibrate the pH probe for anybody that's new watching. This is a good time to go ahead and recalibrate your pH probes. Stuff like that when you're doing maintenance and cleaning and stuff like that, when you have to tear down a reactor or whatever. It's always great to go ahead and make sure your pH probe is clean from debris, detritus, and is actually calibrated to what you need it to run at. So with that being said, everyone, hopefully everyone's going to have a great day today, and I'll catch you on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Are you listening? Damn.